this year, I think, more than ever, should highlight the work that the police and fire departments are doing and show why why the departments are so necessary and why we have such great departments. And I'm blessed to be a member of Rotary and a member of the fire department. So with that, I'm going to turn this over to Chief Baker, who is going to present the Firefighter of the Year Award on behalf of Rotary.
Good evening again. This year's field of nominees was very special. We had 4 separate individuals that were nominated. Lieutenant Jim Vina, Firefighter Paramedic Nick Otto, Firefighter Paramedic Bobby Beckman, and Firefighter Paramedic Gary Stedman. Gary Stedman happened to be one of the only individual that happened to be nominated twice by separate individuals. This is also the most amount of nominees that we've had in recent years. But there can only be one Firefighter of the Year, and that daunting task fell to the nomination committee, comprised of Deputy Chief Bill Wagner, Battalion Chief Sean Collins, Lieutenant Mike Sparrow, and Lieutenant Billy Navarro, who met and reviewed all of the submissions. The Buffalo Grove Fire Department Nomination Committee has selected as a recipient for the 2019 Rotary Firefighter of the Year, Firefighter Paramedic Gary Stedman. While Firefighter Paramedic Gary Stedman is a newer member of the Buffalo Grove Fire Department, and actually 3 years, he has demonstrated the dedication and involvement to be recognized as Firefighter of the Year. During his time on the Buffalo Grove Fire Department, Firefighter Paramedic Stedman has demonstrated an unwavering positive attitude towards both his fellow firefighters and citizens in the community. Called upon numerous times to go above and beyond normal duty assignments, especially with vehicle maintenance and repair. Firefighter Paramedic Stedman was nominated by 2 separate individuals for his ongoing efforts. It is for these reasons that Firefighter Paramedic Gary Stedman has been selected as a recipient of the Buffalo Grove Rotary 2019 Firefighter of the Year. Congratulations, Gary.
If you don't mind.
Sure.
Thank you so much to the Rotary. I want to also thank especially my wife, my family. They're always there for me when all those extra details, committee meetings, late calls, they always scramble and are flexible. I also like to thank my battalion chief. He's amazing, very supportive, great all-around leader. Makes it easy to do my job. And I'd also like to thank the village. It's an honor to serve.
Thank you.
Next will be the presentation of the Rotary Police Officer of the Year, as well as special commendation. And I would like to turn it over to Bill Donahue from the Rotary Club, as well as Deputy Chief Scott Paskey.
Good evening, President Sussman and fellow board members. Tonight, I have the privilege to finally introduce our 2019 recipients of the Officer of the Year and Special Commendation. These outstanding officers were selected by their peers, which is very important to note, due to their dedication to service excellence within the Buffalo Grove community. Our first recipient for Officer of the Year is Sergeant Tony Montiel. Tony was hired September 5th, 1996 as a community service officer. He was sworn in as a police officer in November of 1999. And he was just recently promoted to sergeant July of this year. Tony has had many specialties within our agency and our partner agency. He has been a youth investigator. He worked on the Greater Metropolitan Auto Theft Task Force. He was an investigator in-house. He was on the Lake County Major Crimes Task Force. He is an elected member of the Police Pension Board, the union treasurer. He is on our peer support team. He is also a warrant service team member. He's had many accolades throughout his career thus far. He was Officer of the Year in 2019. He was Employee of the Third Quarter in 2018. He's received numerous unit citations and honorable mentions in 2007 and 2015. I would now like to introduce Mr. Bill Donahue from the Rotary Club of Buffalo Grove, one of our close community partners, for a summary of these officers' accomplishments and presentation of the award. We'll begin with Tony and Officer of the Year.
Thank you very much, Deputy Chief. Yes, I'm Bill Donahue. I'm the immediate past president of the Buffalo Grove Rotary. And just a couple opening comments about Rotary for those of you who might not have a full idea of what Rotary is and how it is important to our community. The Rotary Club of Buffalo Grove, a 50-member strong group of local business and municipal professionals, takes great pride in its ongoing collaborative relationship with our community and its leaders. With a motto of service above self, our members work hard in our fundraising efforts throughout the year with the purpose of reinserting those funds back into our community's most worthy causes in the spirit of helping to make our village the best it could possibly be. Our local police force is a big reason why Buffalo Grove is consistently rated one of the best places to live in Illinois, and we are so proud to honor two of its members here tonight. The first one is Officer of the Year 2019 to Sergeant Tony Montiel. Sergeant Montiel led the investigation into several complex and high-profile cases during the year, including a double homicide, a stabbing, an unlawful possession and discharge of a firearm, and numerous complex sexual crimes investigations. Tony is considered a leader throughout his involvement with the Police Pension Board, peer support team, Lake County Major Crime Task Force, and Union Board. He is the consummate team player by his willingness to always help a fellow colleague regardless of the commitment level. Several times during the year, Tony excelled as he served as interim supervisor of the investigation section, managing operations and communicating with command on major investigations. Finally, Tony advanced the mission of the police department in 2019 by exceeding expectations throughout his leadership, compassion, and hard work. Ladies and gentlemen, 2019 Police Officer of the Year goes to Sergeant Tony Montiel.
Squint your eyes. Thank you, sir. Okay, you're next.
Nice smiles.
Smile too.
I'd like now to introduce to you Investigator Brian Hansen. Brian was hired by the Village of Buffalo Grove in October of 1999 as a desk officer. He transferred to a community service officer in January of 2001, and he was sworn in as a police officer in December of 2009. Brian has held numerous specialties. He's been an investigator. He worked in the Metropolitan Enforcement Gang Unit in Lake County, and he was also a member of the Ruse Burglary Task Force. He's received numerous accolades over his career. Honorable mention, fourth quarter of 2018, Officer of the Year 2017, Outstanding Achievement 2017, Unit Citation in 2016, Special Commendation 2016, Employee of the Fourth Quarter 2014, and several other unit citations and honorable mentions. Again, I'd like to turn it over to Bill.
Thank you, Deputy Chief. Investigator Brian Hansen. Investigator Brian Hansen demonstrated outstanding public service and job knowledge in several complex investigations during 2019. As the lead investigator in several residential burglaries, Brian networked with several suburban area detectives, conducted analysis to determine similar crime characteristics, including dates and times, methods used in forced entry, and types of property taken, among other factors. Understanding the importance of using all investigative tools available, Brian deployed temporary cameras within strategic areas of the village to help locate additional evidence and capture the suspect. During one burglary, the home security cameras captured an image of the offender while he was inside the home. Upon seeing this, Brian recognized the suspect as a known burglar who was responsible for several other burglaries in the northwest suburbs. Brian began to review hours of video from the deployed cameras to identify the offender. Brian ultimately located an image of the suspect's vehicle near another home that had been burglarized. An arrest warrant was eventually obtained, which led to the arrest and conviction of the offender responsible for multiple residential burglaries. In another case, Brian conducted a 3-month investigation into the theft of over $200,000 of merchandise from a business within the village. Brian's dedication to service and communication during the case was recognized by the regional manager of that business and helped bring an offender to justice. So for 2019 special commendation, I offer up Investigator Brian Hansen.
You bet.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.